Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept Podcast. Now today, I ain't got no fucking headphones on. I ain't got no microphone. I'm going straight off the phone, straight off the phone. So it is what it is. But today's concept is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful concept. I've been speaking a lot about the craft and how we under the craft and how to use the craft against us or to control us. I figured out why they could easily gang stalk you through everybody in your environment and everything. I figured out all this shit. It's a connection between the UFOs, the craft, the Masonic order, and all of that. It's all connected. We live in a craft. So we're not under the craft, we're in the craft. You're a part of the craft. That's why they could easily manipulate your environment, the things around you, because you're literally in a craft. You got the big debate whether the Earth is round, whether it's circular, or whether it's flat. You got the flat Earth theory. And then you got the regular globe theory, which is proven because you go out to space, you can actually see a spherical Earth. You know what I mean? But we actually live in a craft. So technically, what we live in is that saucer craft-like shape. What we live in is crafted this way. You know what I mean? Then I got to thinking a lot of our Masonic symbols and things like that. We look at our symbols and things like that, our Masonic symbols. A lot of the pictures that they put on Facebook and things like that depict like a kraken, like an octopus of some sort, right? And on The Simpsons, what do they depict? What do they show as elements? They show you octopus, octopi type creatures with a little bubble on their head or whatever, looking down at Earth. So The Simpsons got it right again. You're in a craft. Right now, on this Earth, you're in a craft. The craft is the shape of a what? A disc. What is a disc? It's a digital disc, right? So all we know, this is The Sims, for all we know. You got organizations here that know about this. I don't I don't know. I'm still figuring out a lot of things, but that was one of my big epiphanies that I had earlier. You know what I mean? That was one of my big hypotheses because I'm not always right. I don't gotta be 100% correct, but you do the math. You figure it out. You know what I mean? You add it all up. If you ever been through the things that I've been through and experienced weird shit, it's because it's reality, but it's not the reality that we think it is. It's our reality, but it's not the reality we think it is. You know what I mean? When this is all done, when this is all over with, you're gonna wake up on a mothership some fucking where because you're literally on a craft. And on this craft, they use the craft all around you. Everything is crafted all around you. You're in a craft and everything is crafted all around you. And it blew my mind when I thought about that, but it makes a lot of sense to me because of what I've been going through, with the things that I've experienced, the things that I witnessed, and things like that. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a lesson. Maybe it's a test. Maybe it's so at the end of this we can reflect on it and learn and grow from. Or maybe it's punishment. Maybe the whole you know hell on earth thing is just you know something that they crafted to make you believe in a devil, to make you believe in an evil, when all along it's just something here that's working through everybody, even me and you. You know what I mean? Something that we're not privy to. Now, if you climb in that ladder in whatever organization and things like this, you already know this type of stuff. It's not what I'm saying isn't like what I'm saying isn't common knowledge, but it's common knowledge to them, and you could tell by the symbolism they use on their logos that they put out on their social media and things like this, so they know exactly what's going on because they're intermediates between us and them. So everything that you see playing out is basically theatrical, like I've been saying the whole time. You know what I mean? The fact that UFOs is popping up and shit like that. They keep talking about UFOs and this and that. We live in a fucking UFO. You're on a craft. So you got crafts that's operating on a craft. You know what I mean? You got things here that's operating. They do that to throw you off the scent that maybe you live in some type of simulated atmosphere. They do that type of thing to throw you off the scent that maybe your atmosphere is, more of a simulation than it is reality, but it's reality to you because you live in it. So they do things like, have aliens and pop up this and UFO sightings and shit like that. It's all craft. You live in the craft. You're welcome. Thank me later. But yeah, all you gotta do is do your research, do a little bit of study, and look around. Observe your atmosphere, observe the actions of people, how they switch, how they do this, how they do that, the different mannerisms of them. Shit, just meditate and look at who you are. You're not really this body that you're in. You're something other than this body. This body is the vessel that you're using to, navigate on this, in this craft. You know what I mean? Then when this is over, you pop up. What have you learned? Reflection. I don't know. That part I have yet to experience, to my knowledge. But because we're just energy. We're all just energy. Your soul is just a form of energy, tangible energy. That's not. It's software, but it's still tangible because it's in this body. Animating this body, allowing me to speak, allowing me to see, smell, touch, feel. Blow my weed, drink my coffee with a little shot of Baileys in it. So it's like, you know, yeah. Please like, share, subscribe, and everything. I forgot to say that, but please like, share, subscribe to the video. But yeah, man, you're in a craft. You're in a craft. It's so crafty here because you're literally in a craft. You got a lot of concepts with different artists and things like that, and how they play around with artificial technology and how they play around with this and how they going out of space, and you know what I mean. And I peep what's going on. I'm gonna tell you what I hope isn't the case. Well, I mean, what I hope is the case, but isn't the case in two different ways. Because what I discovered is that they do take sperm from people. They do take semen. Why would they be collecting semen, right? And I'm not talking about like you going to a sperm bank and donating sperm. I'm talking about they have people collecting semen for a special reason, for purposes to take it other places, for research, for development, maybe to start another civilization somewhere. Like Noah's Ark did. When they grabbed two of these animals, two of those animals, they grabbed two, a girl, a boy, this and that. Remember Noah's Ark? You got the same thing playing out here. You got people gathering up sperm, gathering up seeds, this and that, because they're preparing another place, somewhere else. And the government ain't gonna say nothing about it because they work for the craft. think it's the other way around. Like the craft work for them or this and that. No, they work for the craft. They're in the craft to make sure nobody disrupts the operation of the craft. Just this right here, just making these videos, letting people know, giving people real information about what's going on is a disruption to the craft. You got other people who's going to give you rhetoric, who's going to give you information that's not real, that's not, you know what I mean? Information about different religions that we all know about, that we all studied for so long. But it's like that information is regurgitated a lot of times. You know what I mean? A lot of times it doesn't, it never challenge anybody's, it never challenges anybody's thought or anybody's theocracy on what it is their belief system is. Because anytime you get into, even if you join a religion and you go to challenge what their belief system is, or you got questions about their religion, if you question the answers that they give you about their religion or whatever their belief system is, they tend to start to shun you and try to push you out of the religion because you're not going to go along with the common spirit. You know what I mean? The ABCs of it. They'll teach you the whole thing, you know, they'll teach you the whole thing the way that they want you to know it, but they won't teach you the whole thing the way that you're supposed to know it. Basically. But yeah, I just want to do a quick episode on that because yeah, Simpsons was fucking right again. They show these motherfucking aliens on the spacecraft all the time. They show the aliens on the spacecraft, you know, watching people. And you're like, why do they do that? And nobody knows. It's, you know, pretty much a prediction. Because more and more people are going to start figuring shit like this out. This is why a lot of y'all believe y'all hear things, feel things. This is why your reality is all fucked up and you wonder why. This is why some people could try their hardest and never make it ahead because it's crafted that way. Just like they say that the story is written, God knows, you know, everything is going to happen because it's already written. Exactly that. It's crafted that way. But you still have a level of free will. And you have to pray because whatever being or entity put us in this craft is like they can really eliminate all your problems. They could really make sure that you make it through, even if you got situations that's like that the normal person just won't be able to make it through. If you're in a craft and it's crafted, somebody could just guide your way or help, you know, move people out your way in a sense. You know, it's like divine intervention, but on a different level. Because there's a puppet master. You got people that just place, not people. You got a being, an entity that just place people in certain situations in different moments and different, you know what I mean? It's like our eyes are to the creator what a movie camera is to a movie director. Like what a camera is to a movie director. It's the same shit going on. If I'm looking at you, that's in my records. That's in your records. This is all a craft. It's crafted because whatever being or entities need entertainment, and we got to learn for whatever reason. Or maybe we're them just playing in these roles until we get back, and then we're like, oh shit, let's watch this See what the fuck is going on right here. But either way, it's just something different to think about. It's something different to think about. It's something different to study and do different research on. Because I mean, you know, we all live this life, right? But it's like once something happens that's outside of the norm of life, you know what I mean? That's outside of the norm of reality as you know it. You know what I mean? It's like when you encounter something that's more spiritual, or when you encounter something that's more supernatural, or when you encounter something that's more mental that you can't explain, that's more like weird and you can't explain it, you got to research that type of stuff. Only people that I know that know about that type of stuff is different Masonic organizations, people who study the craft and things of that nature. You know, and it's they'll tell you it's this and that, and they'll put the spin on it, they'll lie to you, but really they covenant that type of information. They have that type of information in them. You know? Yeah. I just wanted to do this short episode of God Concept. I had this thought earlier, and I had to get on here and actually say what I felt, what I discovered. You know what I mean? And later on, I'm gonna get some evidence. I'm gonna get some research because I like to do my investigations. So I'm gonna do my research, bring more evidence, pictures, photos, documents, things like that. Because that's what I like to do. If I find this out and then I bring it to the podcast and I'm trying to, you know what I mean, let everybody know basically, my hypothesis on this type of subject, right? Now I got to go do the research and actually compile my information and bring it to you. Sugar C is not full of shit. I go to the library, to the archives. Hmm. Do all my proper research. But yeah, that's my episode of God Concept Podcast. Thank y'all for joining me. I don't know how this shit gonna sound because yeah, I ain't got no microphone or nothing. But yeah, either way, check y'all next time. Peace.